Zoe, I'm so sorry about what happened 7 years ago. Ever since then, I really regretted what I've done to you.
What?
I'm sure that after all this time, you still haven't forgiven me, right? You had your husband stolen from you by your little sister after all. You should still despise me for what I did back then, right?
Well, of course I do. No matter how much time goes by, I'm never going to be forgiving you for any of that. Now, what is going on with you coming out of nowhere to apologize to me? You were the one that stole Tom from me, and then the both of you treated me like a complete idiot because I couldn't get pregnant. And in the end, neither of you even ended up giving me any money for what happened, instead running off to never speak to me again.
And I'm very sorry about what happened then, but Well, I'd like for the both of us to start working on becoming good sisters again.
Huh? You want us to become close again?
I understand that what I'm saying right now probably doesn't sound all too enticing to you, but I really want to see you again. I want for us to become close again by going out to eat together and things like that.
What is going on with you right now? This is all so sudden. For some reason, you're wanting to be my friend again, and I want to know why.
Well, it's been 7 years since all that happened between us, and since then, I've learned a lot of things. Back then, I didn't mind the fact that I had just lost a member of my family. But recently, after watching loads of family dramas and stuff, I've started to realize that I need a sister like you by my side again. Everything has started to make me really realize that what I'd done back then was horrible. It's been pretty tough for me because everyone pretty much left me after what I've done, and I've had nobody to count on at all. I've really been regretting all the stupid things I've done in my life to you.
Alexis.
I'm sure it's way too late for me now, but I hope that you and I can meet again. I'd like to apologize to you in person, and if it makes you feel any better, I can even pay you back for what had happened then. So I'm really wondering if you'll let me have one chance to come and see you.
I never once thought that the next time I'd hear from you, you'd be wanting to apologize for what you did to me. But I'm sorry. It's going to take me a bit to think about all this through. Can you give me a little bit to think over wanting to see you again or not?
That's totally fine. I'm happy to hear that you're even willing to think about it. I'll be waiting for your answer now. I'll be waiting for the day you want to have me around you again. Hey, Mom? Did you get any messages from a really weird person just a bit ago?
Huh? Weird person.
Mom, I just got back home from school, and, well, there was this really weird person standing outside of the house. They were just standing there in front of the house looking at their phone the whole time, well, smiling with a huge grin. It was scary, so instead of going towards the house, I ran away. And right now, I'm at the park close to the house.
What?
Also, that weird person was looking through the mailbox. That's why I made sure to take a picture of them before running away. They looked like they were doing some bad thing, so let's take this picture to the police. Okay, Mom?
Wait a second, Ellie. Was that weird person a girl by any chance?
Yeah. They looked like a girl to me.
Alexis was
They
able to make it to my
looked
house
just a
and
bit
collect
like
her
you,
husband like I
actually.
asked, but he
I
made
was about
sure
to
that
say
I'd at
hi
least
thinking
got
you were
child
her,
support
but
I needed
I
for
was
the past
wrong.
7 years. I see.
So on his way
Sorry to
out,
think
he
that
left a
that
bit of
someone
money
might
in
be
my
someone I
mailbox
happen
for me
to
to get
know.
later on. I think that money will be
But I'll
good.
head home right now to make sure.
I think
so
that
while I'm
money
doing
will
that,
be a
you can
good
wait at
use
the
to
park.
Ellie, so I'll make sure to
What?
put it in the savings
You know
account
that?
to be used by her
If
when she
anything,
goes
that
to college.
might actually be my little sister.
After getting Tom
so
back
later
in
on,
their
I'd like you to
possession,
show me the
Alexis
picture you
started to
took
look
of them.
even further into what he was up
What?
to and found out that he had
No
gotten life
way.
insurance for her. Back in the day, I had a huge
This
fight
is
with
when
my
she
little
realized
sister,
that he was
and
planning
she
on
started
taking
texting
out
me
all
again,
the money
asking me
from
to
it
make up.
after she hopefully died from her illness.
Are you
which
going to
caused
make
her
up with her
flip out,
and then
thinking
become
he
friends?
used all that insurance money to come back
All
to
about
me.
that. I think I
This
might
led her
come
to
around
say
to
that she'd
forgiving
never
her
let
for what
herself
she did.
die to her sickness and made sure that she
You
was on the
shouldn't do
waiting
that,
list
Ma.
for a donor.
I don't think you should become friends again with someone like that.
I guess she really can wait a
What?
little while for a donor to come along, and all
You're
she
really
really
scary
needed to do
looking,
was
Mom.
that.
I thought something
And all
might
she really
be up
needed to
with
do
them,
that was
so
the
I
incentive that her
went in
husband
for a
would be getting
closer
a lot
look
of money if she
before
passed
running.
away.
But right as I got a good look at them,
And all she
they were
really
looking at
needed was
their
that
phone with
incentive
this
that her
huge,
husband would be
scary
getting a
smile
lot
on
of
their
money
face.
if she passed away.
And as I started to
Thank
run
you for
away,
watching
they
and
began
listening. We
laughing
hope you enjoyed
all
the
by
video.
themselves.
Don't forget to like and
You
video.
should become friends with someone
Don't
like
forget
that
to like
again.
this video and
I think
subscribe.
they're crazy.
Also, feel free to leave a
Was she
comment
really
about what
that
you thought of the
scary to
story.
you?
We look forward to seeing you in the next
Do
story.
you remember how I told you about the fight I had at school with another friend of mine? and I wanted to be friends with them again, but didn't want to say sorry. Well, you cheered me on and said I should say sorry to make things better, and so I did that today.
That's amazing, Ellie. So you and your friend are good friends again, right?
Yes, we are. But I was very scared about whether she'd forgiven me or not, and it took a lot of strength to tell her I was sorry. I really wanted to stay friends with her, and my heart was racing wondering what her answer might be. I wasn't able to laugh about anything, or even smile when I was thinking about being forgiven. Well, that person I saw in front of the house didn't seem to feel the same way I did when I was apologizing to my friend.
I see. So she wasn't as worried as you were about getting an answer today. Thank you for telling me that, Ellie. That weird person might not be as serious about their apology as you were with your friend. I'll have to think about this more now. Well, I'm going to start coming to the park to see you now. You and I can head home together then.
Were you able to put some thought into letting me see you again? Even Tom is wanting to come out and apologize to you now. So that's why I'm thinking the three of us can go out to eat somewhere together. I happen to know a really nice place in town.
Sorry, Alexis. I think after all the thinking I've had, I'm still not going to be able to forgive you. So I'm not going out to eat with you guys, and we won't be meeting at all.
What? Why are you saying something like that? You heard from me just a couple weeks ago how serious I was about making up with you, and you told me you'd think about it.
I did think about it. In the end, I've chosen that I cannot forgive you yet.
Why not? I told you I'd be willing to pay off that settlement you wanted from me, right? You're being a total jerk by saying you won't come out to meet and forgive me. Both myself and Tom wanted to go out and apologize to you from our hearts.
Well, then let me ask you this. Since you want to apologize to me so badly, how much are you willing to give me in order to pay off the settlement? $100, $200, or are you thinking of only handing me a $10 bill?
What?
I was thinking about you a lot after you first got back in touch with me again, and so I spoke with one of your friends, and guess what they told me? They said that right now you're struggling a lot with money, and as of right now you seem to be borrowing money from a lot of different people. So with all that financial trouble you're in at the moment, how much were you going to be able to actually pay me?
Wait a second. You were messed up for going around and asking about me like that. And why does it matter to you how much I'm going to give you? You should be most worried about the amount of emotion I put into my apology to you, right?
If you really seem to care about your apology that much, then what you said to me over text should have been enough for me. Thank you for 7 years worth of apologies, Alexis. I'm not going to forgive you any, but I will be accepting your apology. Now have a good one.
Wait! Zoe! Do not leave me like that so quickly. I want to see you in person to apologize to you. So please, just allow for Tom and I to come out and see you.
Why do you want to come out and see me so badly only to apologize? Do you plan to get something else from me by seeing me in person?
Well...
If you're really not going to be able to tell me what you really want, then you must not really be needing to see me. I sure don't want to see you any, so goodbye.
I'll tell you. So wait, this is not over yet. I really just wanted to meet with you in order to get one of your kidneys. And that's why meeting you in person would be the easiest way to get you to sign the documents. Please. I've told you what I really want from you now, so please come see us.
Huh? Wait a minute. You want me to donate a kidney to you? One of my kidneys?
I'm sure that hearing all of this is suddenly very shocking to you. That's why I wanted to see you in person, so we could talk about it.
Whether it was over text or in person, I'd be having the same reaction. What is going on, Alexis? Have you ended up becoming sick or something, requiring you to get a new kidney?
That's right. Just as you said, I'm sick and in need of a kidney transplant. Last year, I had been going to the hospital a lot more for some treatments, and I mean a lot. But after getting another exam done this year, it appears things have only gotten worse. The doctor told me it's time to start thinking about finding myself a donor, and so that's why I'm asking you now.
You're kidding me, right? I never thought my own little sister would become so sick.
I'm the same way right now, and can't believe that this is happening to me. But it really is fact that I'm terribly sick right now, and will need to have something major done in order to recover. So please, can you be my donor, Zoe? I'm sure you'll be fine with doing that, right? The doctor has already told me that since you're my sister, you'll be the perfect match for me. And since we all have 2 kidneys, you losing one wouldn't be a problem for you.
I'm sorry, Alexis. I don't like having to say this, but I'm not going to become your donor.
Why not? I'm really, really sick right now, and I came forward to tell you the truth about it just then. What the hell's wrong with you saying no like that?
I'm sure you're aware that even though you came forward and told me you're sick, that doesn't automatically mean I'm going to become your donor, right? I'm sure that you can find yourself someone else willing to help.
But that's going to take even more time, and by the time I do find someone, I might be in critical condition. Normally, people have to be on a waiting list for a donor, and that could take months. I can't be asked to wait that long, so I'd like for my family to become my donor. It'll make things a lot faster for me, and I won't become as sick from waiting.
Is that right?
Both Mom and Dad are gone now, so the only person in my immediate family that I can ask is you. I'm sure it won't be that big of a deal for you to lose one of your kidneys and give it to me, right? You don't have a husband or any kids, so there's nobody else relying on you right now. You have nobody else to help around you, so help me, please. Just give me one of your kidneys and be happy about it.
Excuse me?
I have come a long way to apologize to you like that, so why don't you just shut up and give me your kidney? You have no right denying me one when you are barely useful to this world as things are, not being able to have any kids or find a man. If you want to have at least a slight amount of meaning in your life, then give me one of those kidneys and let's be done with this. You have no other uses in this world, you infertile freak, so help me out.
Yo, you have no right to be saying things like that about me, Alexis. Do you have any idea how much you're saying to me right now isn't helping your case? You told me that you've grown since you'd done that to me 7 years ago, right? But from what I'm seeing you say to me right now, I don't think that's the truth.
What's wrong? You have no idea how I'm feeling right now about you, so you have no room to talk. Being as sick I am right now has led me to so stress out and worried if I'm going to live until tomorrow or not. And while going through all this stress, I had to force myself to talk to you. I had to make it seem like I was sorry and apologize to you. That's how stressed and worried I am about myself right now. I was willing to actually talk to you because that's how badly I need your kidney.
So all those apologies were a lie then. I knew it. You never learned from anything you did back then whatsoever. All that talk about how sorry you felt about stealing my husband was in order to get one of my organs.
But look! If you actually do go through with giving me one of your kidneys, then I might really say that I'm sorry for what I've done in the past.
What was that?
You should honestly be happy that I'm going to give you a use by using you as a donor. And then after that, you and I can become sisters again, right? So come on now and be my donor. As it's not like you're going to have a family of your own in the future. That's all for the sake of your important little sister. So you'll help me out now, right?
Who is this old hag?
What?
Look, right now my mom is looking really sad and confused. My mom told me that you're supposed to be her little sister, but I don't think that's true. I never thought that family would ever make someone else so sad like you have. So, you're not my mom's sister at all, are you? Who are you?
Huh? What is this? What's going on here? I want to know who the hell you are.
I'm Ellie. I'm my mom's daughter. I'm 7 years old. Nice to meet you.
What?
Now, it's your turn, you hag. I introduced myself, so now it's your turn.
I'm Alexis. I happen to be your mom's little sister.
How old are you?
I'm in my 30s now.
Then you are an adult. If that's true, then you apologize to my mom right now.
What? Why should I apologize to her?
Because you hurt her, you should be sorry about that. You're an adult, so you should understand that, right?
Huh?
Hurry up and apologize to her. My mom looks so sad right now, so I'm asking you to apologize to her right now, you old hag. You're supposed to be family, right?
Hold on a second. I want to make sure you're really her daughter first. Did she really give birth to you?
Of course she did. I do not tell lies.
Wait. This is all way too strange. My older sister can't have kids, so how did she end up having someone like you?
Hey, how much longer is it going to take for you to apologize to my mom? If you aren't going to apologize for hurting her, then you don't deserve to talk with her at all.
What?
I thought you were old enough to be an adult by now, but I think I'm going to have to teach you. When you should be feeling bad for what you've done, you should be apologizing from your heart to the person you've hurt. My mom has told me that plenty of times, so I'd like you to remember that as well. If you're not going to give an honest apology, nobody is going to want to forgive you.
Hey, Zoe, what the heck was all that about yesterday? That was all a lie, right? You haven't actually given birth to any kids, right?
It wasn't a lie. She happens to be the child of both myself and Tom before you stole him from me. Right after the divorce, I learned that I was in fact pregnant with her.
What? That's Tom's and your girl?
I was going to tell him about her back then, but I reconsidered doing that and thought it would be better to stay silent. I didn't really know where you guys ran off to anyway, so I chose to have my daughter by myself.
You're lying, right?
Tom has no clue about any of this. That's because I never came around to telling him anything. But because I never decided to have him get involved, I've been left with someone that I have to care for and raise. In order to raise her as an only parent, I've had to strengthen up quite a bit and work a lot of hours. And whenever I do get days off, I use all that time tending to her instead of myself. So because I'm such a busy woman, I can't take any time off to give you one of my kidneys.
No way.
From what I've seen online, it shouldn't take you that long to be matched with someone willing to donate their kidney. And honestly, have you checked with Tom at all to see if he's a match?
I know that he's a match for me, but he told me he's not willing to give me one of his kidneys, so that's why I'm not asking him anymore. He's told me that the surgery will hurt and that he doesn't want to go through that kind of pain. No matter what I've brought up to him, he keeps saying no, so I've stopped trying. That's why I've turned to embarrassing myself by acting like that. I was sorry.
I see. So that's how all of this came about. Actually, back when him and I were together and trying to make a baby, he'd say the same kinds of things to me. I wanted for the both of us to go get treatments and help so that we could have a baby, but he'd always tell me no because he's afraid of the doctor. And that he was also embarrassed by that fact that we needed help with infertility. I came to think that if he wasn't willing to work with me to have a baby, then it was never going to work for us.
What? Why would he have to go with you for treatments if you were the one that was infertile?
Ah, that's right. I never was the one that needed the treatments. Yet you and Tom, for some reason, kept on blaming me for not being able to carry a child, as though I was actually the problem in the first place. Do you know how badly that made me feel back then?
No way.
But even with him never going to get the treatments he needed, Tom was able to get me pregnant the last time. And that's why I care for my daughter with all my heart, and I'm never going to let anyone get in the way of that happiness I have with her. Now you and Tom do your best fixing your health. I have nothing to do with you, so you can go ahead and leave me alone.
Zoe, did Tom end up going to you? I found a letter from him saying that he wanted to go and live with his daughter. I think he's going to leave me and went back to be with you again.
Thank you for getting in touch with me. Do you think you can come over here right now to get your husband? I tossed him off the front patio, but he's just standing out in my front yard being a little dick.
You're kidding me, right? He's already there!
When he learned about how I had a daughter, he thought he could come back to me and has been trying his hardest to do so. Which is strange after all he'd done in the past to make me feel terrible and run away with you. Did you know he came to the front door telling me that he's always loved me and that he wants me to be his wife again? It's annoying.
What the hell? Does he think he can just go right back to you now?
I think he doesn't want to care for his sick wife any longer.
There's no way in hell. He's messed up completely. I'm not going to allow him to run away from me.
Please come over here and take him back. It would really help to have one horrible person come here and take the other horrible person away from me. I really don't want to have anything to do with either of you, so hurry it up, please. I'm getting tired of seeing him on his hands and knees begging for my forgiveness after trying to hand me all that money.
Money?
He said it's for the settlement I've been wanting and for child support for the past 7 years. In total, that was around $200,000 he brought me. He told me that it was his payment for allowing him back into my life. What a dick.
$200,000? Wait a sec. Where did he get all that money from?
He's told me that he borrowed all of it before coming to my house. He also told me that he used your name in order to get all the money.
Huh? So he borrowed all of that with my name?
He's assuming that you're going to die soon, so all of that debt that you have will just vanish afterwards. So he wants to use that $200,000 in order to bring him back the life he had before with me. He wants the three of us to be together as a happy little family.
What a jerk! He just assumes that I'm going to die and that's why he borrowed all that money? And he's going to use that money to get back together with you? Is he even human? No way!
He sure is a jerk and quite the idiot as well. I told him I don't ever want him back in my life and said that things were completely over between us. So can you hurry over here and take him back home with you? If you continue to let him stay here, my daughter might actually go out there and take that money from him.
What?
She told me that she doesn't need a dad, but the money would be really nice. At any moment now, I might take my eyes off her and she'll become $200,000 richer. I have her with me right now, but I can totally understand a child's urge to want that kind of money.
No. Wait a second. Wait! You cannot take that money from him. I need all that money back in order to help myself.
Well, you'd better get over here right now. Ellie is looking like she can't sit down next to me any longer.
I'm going to come get Tom right now, so you leave that money alone. Don't take it from him. I cannot believe all of this. How can Tom stab me in the back at a time like this? Not only did he say no to donating one of his kidneys, but now he wants me back with you. I'm not going to go easy on him for that.
I'm not going to take this money from him, all right? It's not like either of us actually need any of it with the kind of money I'm making now. And neither Ellie or I need such a scummy man in our lives. Tom will be out in the front yard on his hands and knees, so get over here and take him away from us. Alexis was able to make it to my house and collect her husband like I asked, but he made sure that I'd at least got the child support I needed for the past 7 years. So on his way out, he left a bit of money in my mailbox for me to get later on. I think that money will be a good use to Ellie, so I'll make sure to put it in the savings account to be used by her when she goes to college. After getting Tom back into her possession, Alexis started to look even further into what he was up to and found out that he had gotten life insurance for her. This is when she realized that he was planning on taking out all the money from it after she hopefully died from her illness, which caused her to flip out, thinking he'd used all that insurance money to come back to me. This led her to say that she'd never let herself die to her sickness and made sure that she was on the waiting list for the donor. I guess she really can wait a little while for a donor to come along, and all she really needed was that incentive that her husband would be getting a lot of money if she passed away.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.